Today we're checking out the Little River Trail here in Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
All right, I'm ready.
Before the national park was here, a large part of the Tennessee side of the Great Smoky Mountains was owned by the Little River Lumber Company. Between 1901 and 1939, the company cut down hundreds of thousands of trees in the Smokies, turning a forest full of massive trees into a barren landscape.
In the 80 years since, the trees have grown back and wildlife has returned.
In 1900, the England Walton Company of Philadelphia decided to build a tannery in the remote part of Blount County called Walland.
This company visited Wilson Bailey Townsend, who was already in the lumber business down to Tennessee, to explore the land for timber possibilities. As he explored the area, Townsend realized there was a lot of money to be made harvesting trees in nearby Smoky Mountains. This lumber could be sold to other companies that built houses, furniture, and other things.
Townsend and his partners started the Little River Lumber Company. Before long, he had purchased 75,000 acres of land, was building a sawmill, and was working on plans for a railroad to deliver logs from the mountains to the mill.
In 1900, there were thousands of enormous trees in the Great Smoky Mountains. There were poplar, ash, chestnut, oak, and maple trees in the Smokies, as much as 10 feet or more in diameter. The reason that most of the trees in the Great Smoky Mountains had not been harvested prior was because the land was so steep and the rivers weren't big enough to float huge tree trunks downstream.
Starting about 1900, the company began creating a rail line which started in Walland and went into the mountains, following the course of the Little River and its main tributaries.
The harvesting of trees began even as a rail line was being created. Townsend's company laid 150 miles of train track, cleared about 75,000 acres of land, and cut 560 million board feet of lumber.
The workers worked long hours and lived with their families in communities built and owned by the Little River Lumber Company. The two best known of these communities were Elkmont and Tremont. Always on the lookout for a new way to make money, in 1911, the Little River Lumber Company developed a hotel in the community of Elkmont known as the Wonderland Hotel. They used their railroad to take tourists, hunters, and fishermen from Knoxville and other locations to the hotel. These day and weekend-long excursions gave many people their first experiences of the Great Smoky Mountains. Townsend was against the idea of a national park, preferring the idea of a national forest, which still had the possibility of being logged. However, in 1924, he agreed to sell 75,000 acres in the Great Smoky Mountains to the state of Tennessee as part of the process under which the national park was formed. As part of that deal, the company reserved the right to log a portion of it for 15 more years.
By the time the Little River Lumber Company and other logging businesses were moved out, about 2/3 of the national park had been clear-cut. Today, the Little River Trail follows one of the old logging roads used by the Little River Lumber Company. What are you guys' impression of this trail?
It's pretty cool. It follows parallel to the river or stream behind us. There's a lot of little islands.
formations and other rocks. What about you now?
Pretty cool, pretty nice. Nice relaxing trail by the river. Many rocks you can sit on. Very relaxing.
Yeah, for sure, and it's a very easy trail, well maintained, gradual incline. It's I think it's perfect for a morning walk, which is what we did.
That's it. Like and subscribe.
Thanks for coming along today. Be sure to leave a comment telling us about your experience here. And until next time, check out some of our other videos linked in the description below.